quite comfortably beat MK Big Boss twice at Gamescom LAN in Germany.
And if you watch VDBC regularly, you've probably seen Kendrick Olimar as well on that Monday Meltdown.
But let's lock in for the Japanese version of that set. We've got tameigo on the red, Rob on the left, or Robot in Japan, of course. And Suinoko will be bringing out the Youngling and immediately getting in there with an arrow to follow up.
And also preparing his bomb and then using Z-drop aerials to maintain his advantage while holding onto the bomb for future use. Really smart play there.
Oh, and I love just going straight for the up air so that you can cover the passage to the platform. Make sure you've still got a hitbox on your retreat. tameigo just going to go for some B reverses and some retreating lasers to try and get a bit more damage on the board, because Suinoko, of course, in the lead right now. Gets the parry on Rob Nair, which is meant to be the main weakness of that otherwise extremely good move. But tameigo did it at such a sharp bit of momentum that Suinoko just didn't really know where tameigo was going to end up.
That Rob Fair can be really useful for putting characters off stage and edge guarding with its wide arc that covers above you, and it's also really good frame data wise as well. Almost getting a kill here. We might actually see a Pharaoh Bear to cover it. Going back to ledge.
I'm not sure if tameigo wanted to charge the gyro off stage there. Maybe thought it was going to land on stage, or maybe it was completely intended, but either way, it has kind of allowed Suinoko to get back without too much danger. These fire arrows are just barely missing while Rob's body kind of contorts during the neutral air. tameigo is in no hurry to get back down. Goes for the footstool as well there to get a bit of invincibility, while Suinoko was going for a coverage option.
Yeah, and I've noticed so far that tameigo's been really good at respecting the safety of Youngling's moves. Stuff like the nairs on the shield, the down tilt specifically, just went, got hit by it, rolled away, didn't try to punish it because it's safe on block.
But we will get a down throw up air, and that was some expert reading of how much Suinoko was going to mash at that percent, because you can still get away unscathed at 150. But on the first down throw that tameigo did, Suinoko did no mash, the big first attempt mix-up, so tameigo didn't get the follow-up off of that one, but this time he went for a more immediate up air, and it happened to just about work.
Oh, really late dare there. I honestly was surprised that it even still was active, but Suinoko loads a lot better than me.
Yeah, it happened completely off stage, but it certainly dealt a surprise factor to tameigo as well. Throwing the gyro away, I wonder whether that was intentional to go for something else, because gyro can tend to high-profile characters a lot when you're at close range.
Yeah, and also do have to be aware that if a Youngling decides to stand there, the hero shield can block the gyro.
Also true, but we got two forward airs in a row, just barely missing the neutral air there. At 54, that could have potentially led into a forward air or maybe even a side B if tameigo was willing to take a risk.
Yeah, it looks like
no jump.
tameigo is more than willing to go for the off-stage throw rather than any sort of combo potential. And again, that fair so fast. Good going up with the bear there. Obviously, Youngling can use his bomb into a B to recover in a really unorthodox way. tameigo's clearly ready for that and went for the high punish.
Yeah, ultimately knew if Suinoko's jump is gone, eventually you're going to have to pop spin attack, and I have the perfect moves to deal with that. So you didn't even need to make a read necessarily, just wait on reaction to see when that move was going to start. Pick your back air. We've got gyro, double toss, not quite, but the side B isn't going to kill on this occasion. The arm rotor, but let's drop down. And wow, the bomb saving Suinoko's life. That was a crazy scramble situation there.
Yeah, very good confirm from tameigo. Not quite getting the kill, but doing a lot of damage. And honestly, very close to getting the kill there. The gyro's on the ledge, not anymore. Probably going to go for an a down throw with this percent. Maybe get an early read kill. The rage going to help, of course. And again, put the gyro down in a bit of an unorthodox position there.
Yeah. Goes for a back air instead. I wonder if Suinoko could have just done an up air and sealed the deal, but we have a second down air kill from Suinoko. We're getting some real mileage out of that move. It's been fantastic to see. tameigo's still going to cover both the platform and his current position there. Falling up air to try and set things up, and it will lead into a down smash read on the tech get up. Fantastic game all around. That was truly back and forth. tameigo had the lead all along. but Suinoko was always threatening.
Yeah, it was honestly a lot closer than the percentages would suggest. That combo that tameigo did against Suinoko on the last start, the really high percentage one, obviously didn't kill. But I think what's really potent about that specific combo is that it positions you for a follow-up bear afterwards. So that even if the opponent doesn't die, they're still in so much danger, and they have to navigate back to the ledge against infinite recovery Rob and his multiple back airs.
Yes, Rob is in no great hurry to get back to the stage ever, really, but Suinoko is definitely in a rush to get some damage on the board. 57, 66, and throwing the gyro as well. Forward air not going to kill at 98%, but Suinoko says, hey, I know how bomb works. What if I have a better projectile?
Yeah, very, very good start from Suinoko here, getting 2 strong punishes and now going for the kill. We've seen a couple of landing bear attempts. Triple toss?
Yeah, 3 in a row. Will not die off the back of that really low arm rotor, but it's definitely put the feelers out. It almost, if you kind of threaten to SD, it makes you kind of test how your opponent reacts in that situation. And Suinoko did just sit there and watch in the hope that tameigo was going to lose that stock, but it was absolutely recoverable. Will go for a super deep down air again, but doesn't find it because, again, tameigo, no rush whatsoever to get back. Up tilt will do it instead.
Yeah, obviously Youngling's got quite a lot of kill options at his disposal, but a lot of them are setups rather than individual moves, which makes it a little bit difficult to land unless you can force your opponent to do certain things. But it looks like we're going for another high percentage combo, not going for a single fair drag down, but just regular fair for damage. There we go, there's a single fair.
Yep, but doesn't go for anything on that occasion, just waiting for tameigo's next movement option to get a retreating neutral air. Beating out the laser as well with a fire arrow. This is kind of what people were talking about when we say Youngling doesn't do so bad against Rob. If you can make those combos last a long time, but tameigo can of course go for those up airs and take things away.
And we're back to a low percentage for Youngling. I imagine tameigo's probably going to be looking for a combo similar to what he landed before. Got to dodge that bomb in the sky. But it can be quite difficult when you're in such a deficit, because outside of that, obviously really big combo, it doesn't seem like he has a huge amount of quick damage dealing.
And even at top level, tameigo still willing to go for the up throw forward air, the move that is never true, but it's nevertheless going to hit about 75%
Never
of the
safe
time.
on hits.
But, yes, but nevertheless, tameigo is taken down to his final stock for game 2. This set could potentially go all the way here.
Yeah, honestly, looking really even so far. Not going to go for the suicide bear into up B, confirmed that other Younglings may go for. But solid position for Suinoko at the moment.
Just goes for
scary
another.
Here. That's it, yeah, that forward there covers such a good arc that Youngling needs to go into.
So now instead just using Boomerang as a B-reverse tool more than anything to get underneath that platform neatly, but not really threatening with any attacks at the moment. We get the back hit of Nair twice in a row. tameigo has caught up immediately. I could have seen a jab lock situation there potentially, but just waited for the get up to go for something more of a raw read. But
good recognition from Suinoko to get out of that down tilt chain, because it can be so difficult to get out of it with how fast it is on block. Not going to see an up air there. Going for another landing trap dash attack, but a lot of those have been whiffing. Perhaps the move isn't as active as I thought.
Down throw. Oh, immediate match from Suinoko this time, because it's fairly easy to get out of at 60%. But the fact that Suinoko air dodged to the right immediately shows you were in control of that match all the way through. But Suinoko could lose the stock here, forced to use spin attack. tameigo went for the down air a lot closer to stage than expected, so Suinoko holding back a little bit, allowed the recovery, and now holds stage control as well. 168, we could start to see a KO with the Nair. There it is.
Indeed, we are going to see the KO with the Nair. I guess at that percentage, a lot of Younglings just start to kill by themselves rather than needing any sort of setup.
Yeah, I think the main Youngling attacks that we see killing just in their own right would be Nair and dash attack in certain situations. Really. Or if you just go for a read forward air, but we also see forward air out of bomb and everything else so much that it's more common to see it that way. But yeah, every character in the game is eventually going to have kill moves. Just some have to wait longer than others.
Yeah. So going through to a game-free situation, and as it's in loser's side, the players are going to be feeling the pressure here. Honestly, I feel like last game was going a lot in tameigo's favor near the end. So I wonder if he's maybe discovered something about Suinoko's habits. Oh, fantastic bear there. As we said before, this side B puts you in such a good position to then follow up on the opponent afterwards.
And air dodging all the way away, but Suinoko has the range and the speed to catch that anyway. Getting some damage on the board, but again, Youngling, he's not exactly known for making comebacks or making cheese plays, shall we say. So you've got a long way to go to bring this back now after tameigo just eviscerating that first stock. Throws the gyro up just to get rid of it for a while. Oddly, it nearly comboed into that fire arrow on its way back down. But that's the main play, just to make sure that tameigo doesn't have it as a resource for a little while.
Yeah, it looks like tameigo's been stuck in the corner for quite a while. Again, Suinoko was holding position really well, just under the left-hand side of the platform. Oh, we're going to get caught, hopefully not. Oh, very, very close. But getting caught by the dare instead. Very active move and very huge hitbox. That's really good for two-framing.
Yeah, that was the main threat itself at the start. It's so effective on Youngling, but double toss is so effective on everyone. Just falls out there. So Suinoko will just about stay in bracket at the Tokyo Smash Weekly, but living by a wing of a prayer now. We do have enough air to finally get Suinoko on the board here in Game 3, but tameigo's looking confident now.
Yeah, it's a very rough position for Suinoko, but of course, if we can see some more combos like we saw in the second game, this would certainly be a comeback. It's just getting it around all of Rob's plethora of kill options here. We really need to avoid the grab. That is the #1 thing we need to get around, because it is going to lead to these, well, not 50-50s, but guessing situations.
But he's just seeing it. Oh, yeah, we have a raw attempt at the rope drop.
Perhaps a little misinput there, but getting a decent punish from Suinoko.
Yeah, I wonder if tameigo was trying to use it as a reflector, maybe. You never quite know, but tameigo...
Yeah, of course, that move does have an actual usage outside of damage, which is often forgotten.
That was its only purpose originally. They made it a kill move later on, but Suinoko does throw the bomb. Oh, fantastic. First hit of forward air to drag tameigo down and gets the down smash for the kill. But is that going to be it? No, perfect DI from Suinoko to stay alive at 137 after the hit. But another good hit from Rob could put Suinoko out of this bracket.
Yeah, however, Suinoko does have some momentum at the moment, but going to get caught by surprisingly no up throw, but I guess tameigo was confident in the read there with the up smash.
Yeah, Youngling's bomb going off in the middle of that was always going to mix up the matching of the timing as well. So fantastic work from tameigo. We'll be moving on to the top 6 of the bracket now.
Yes.
So Suinoko will be finishing in 7th, but very good run.
Yeah.
We also have winners finals going on the East Geek Smash stream right now. I believe Ken won game 1, but now Tarakatori is up 3 stocks to 1 against Ken.
Yeah, indeed. Really, really strong performance from Tarakatori at the moment. I guess he's got a lot of counterplay labbed from all of that Smashmate grinding.
Yeah, Smashmate, if you're not familiar, the premier matchmaking service.
I actually don't know.
So I always thought it was Smashmate, but it is in fact just Smashmate.
Oh.
Like I had to be corrected on it. I was trying too hard to get the pronunciation right. It was like, no, it's actually